is what I find like Supreme Court justices have become too pressure persons. I don't think in all the issues that governments to anyone that to on that it's basically the justices of the Supreme Court are now positioned as two protection that is being used by the oppressors. That was seen can make sense of what in all this case.
I think by virtue of the reports or the information we've had, and I was so excited knowing that the president was seated when Agbakoba made a very strong statement. I think whether we like it or yes, I have said it and I've said it, I will keep reiterating. It is interesting times for the Nigerian state. And it's a pitiable situation for us, knowing fully well that the Nigerian state at this point in time, most especially the judiciary, is one that has brought herself to a level of too much questioning and almost to a level of ridicule. Hear me and hear me well. With the way the judgments are coming out from the Supreme Court since for a very long time now, the tension in the country is only, the dark clouds are gathering as the tensions are heightening. Whether we accept it or not, there are things and there are times when judgments would come, and when people understand, people who have genuine true followership and have the level of capacity to cause mayhem and problems, at that point in time, I don't think we want to get there before the right thing to be done. Like Imam Powerful observed, how can you in one breath condemn the extraordinary rendition of Nnamdi Kanu from another nation into Nigeria? How can you in one breath condemn the invasion of his house when he was under bail? How can you in that same breath, after condemning all of these actions, now say condemn the act of what? Do not forget the federal government upon which the word Nnamdi Kanu was extraordinarily the rendition brought him back from, or possibly kidnapping him back from Kenya. Do not forget that the 4 count charges as levied against him by the federal government were squashed almost immediately for illegally purchasing radio communication and all of that. They were lame reasons. But imagine upon those lame reasons, the federal government put arsenals in place and went outside the shores of Nigeria, trailed the person, were able to bring him in or rein him in. And this same federal government has not been able to put arsenals in place, put with the right information, get back the 53 Boko Haram commanders who are absconded from the Kuje prison. Upon that strength, the federal government has not been able to rein into a custody the infamous Tubaba, who is making the rounds every day today, making videos for us and telling them, making voice notes, sending to the Nigerian police force, making them understand giving his own side of his story from whatever hideout. We are yet to even apprehend such people that are within the shores and confines of Nigeria. It goes to tell you where our interest really lies. And like Senator Ina Baribe clearly observed, he believes it's a good thing to have faith even in a faithless situation, and believing that this present administration would want to have, for national cohesion and national unity's sake, want to work out a modality to see to it that Nnamdi Kanu's issue is not just only expedited, possibly is released. Because whether we like it or yes, by the standard of common sense and local parlance reasoning and the average Nigerian, to a large extent, Nnamdi Kanu's case is being treated in a manner that is not too pleasing to an average Nigerian and any possibly onlooker. Because to a great extent, do not forget, when the Nigerian government prescribed IPOB, a terrorist organization, the national organizations clearly clamped down on us, making us understand that was a wrong judgment. And all of this coming from the Supreme Court over and over and over again, I think it's one judgment too many for people to swallow. And going forward, it might cause unnecessary tension that we do not equally bargain for. So I would suggest, and I want to join my voice to that of Senator Ina Baribe, that the presidency does the needful. Since the judicial system automatically has got some loopholes or has got some shortcomings, some gray areas that we cannot really look at, but we know what it is to be said about presidential pardons, presidential involvement. Let the president and the presidency do the needful, and stakeholders of this country come to the round table and see how we can forge ahead in the right direction. Because so far so good, with the trajectories we have, there are very, 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 very questionable actions and decisions and possible judgments that have come out from the Supreme Court for the past few months.